Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a love reading for a Facebook friend of mine. So she wants me to look into her love situation. She is currently in a relationship, but things have been a bit wonky. And, well, more than a bit wonky actually. And she's hoping to get some answers from me. She has met someone else in the interim, and the new person is very much in love with her, and she's very much in love with him. She has a connection with him that she hasn't felt with anyone else. So she feels like maybe this reading will give her a sense of direction in terms of which way to go and what to do going forward. So we will have a look into her situation and see what comes up. I did ask her to just give me a brief overview of the situation. This card wants to jump out. 9 of Cups. I'm just going to put it aside for now. Sometimes when I shuffle or I flip the cards around like this, then certain cards just want to come out, and that's a direct message. So for those of you who are new to my channel, I don't follow any particular spread. I normally just take as many cards as Spirit tells me, but I usually stick to 9 or 12 cards. Well, 3, 6, 9 or 12. I don't know why. In this spread I'm doing 9. And then in part 2 of the reading, we will clarify all the 9 cards. So, while I'm shuffling, let's talk about the 9 of Cups that jumped out. It's about someone feeling very satisfied, very fulfilled. And it's also like a wish fulfillment card. So whatever you've been wishing for, it is coming in for you. Just to be clear, I'm not doing a reading specifically on the new love interest. Well, he's not new, but the other love interest. I'm doing a reading for this lady to see what comes up for her. And please take note that I'm discussing these 9 cards, and in part 2 I will be clarifying them to get some more detail for us. So you have the Tower reversed, which is someone who's avoiding a catastrophe, someone who's avoiding conflict. I feel like this is you, and I'm getting a bit of a feeling of walking on eggshells. I feel like this is you in your current relationship, always trying to avoid conflict, walking on eggshells, walking around a situation rather than dealing with it directly. I feel like your partner also doesn't want to deal with conflict. He just walks around it. If anything, he creates more conflict. There is Ace of Wands. So there is a passionate new beginning coming in. So before I continue, speaking of new beginnings, just a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm not a fortune teller. I have been discussing with my very close friend that I cannot see very far ahead into the future. First of all, the future is not guaranteed. The day of tomorrow is not guaranteed. There is such a thing as free will. So whatever I tell you here, I'm just the messenger. Ultimately, it is your choice. Whatever direction your life takes will be your choice to an extent. Certain things are fated and it's out of your control. However, I can show you different possibilities, and I can show you what the most likely outcome is if things were to stay the same. So obviously, the reading I'm doing now is based on your current situation, how you're currently feeling, and the actions you're currently taking. So if you were to change these actions drastically, then obviously the whole reading will change, right? Then the other thing is that I can only see things up to about a year in advance. I can't see far ahead. If psychics and readers say that they can see like years ahead, years into the future, I honestly don't think that they're being truthful. But maybe it's just me. I am a spiritist by religion, so I don't believe that the future is revealed to anyone specifically and directly, unless they are super gifted and unless it is for a very good reason. unless Spirit gives you that information for a very valid reason. That is normally like when it's a worldwide situation or something that affects the whole globe. If it's just certain situations, personal situations in a specific individual's life, then I don't feel like Spirit will reveal what will happen in 5 to 10 years' time. If people say they can do that, they're just thumb sucking, honestly. Okay, let us see what else is coming in for you. Two of Pentacles, juggling. A choice that needs to be made. We know this already. Juggling to people, juggling to choices, to options. Queen of Swords reversed. So the lady I'm doing this reading for, she is an Aries Pisces cusp. Or I should say Pisces Aries cusp. Pisces comes first. Although this could be her energy in the reading, she could be showing up as Queen of Swords. I know exactly what this card is talking about. When it's in the upright, it speaks about someone who's very communicative, very talkative, a good communicator, someone who's intellectual. When it's in reverse, I feel like it's someone who no longer wants, I wanted to say wants and wishes at the same time, someone who no longer wants to communicate. It's like there's a lack of communication coming from your side. I can relate to this because what I'm getting is that you're thinking, if I speak to my person, when I speak to my person responds with conflict. My person doesn't know how to handle conflict in a mature way. So I would rather not talk. I would rather be distant, aloof, unemotional. That's the other side of this Queen of Swords card. She can be aloof, she can be distant emotionally. So I'm feeling like you're coming across as a bit cold and distant, but I don't blame you. Because you can only try so much in a situation where someone just wants to explode and argue and fight. It's a waste of your time and energy, and I feel like you're realizing it. You're like, wow, this is so draining. I can't do this anymore. Then I'd rather just shut up, you know? I'd rather just keep my mouth shut. There is King of Cups. So I don't know what sign your current partner is, but if not Cancer's... What is wrong with me today? Cancer's. It's too early. I wanted to do the reading bright and early because I've got a lot to do in the late afternoon. I'm working normal shift at my regular job, and I just feel like when I come home, I'm so exhausted, I can't do anything. So I thought it would be best to do this reading now, and I'm glad I'm doing it now because I'm feeling, although I don't seem like I'm refreshed, I'm feeling a bit more clear-headed. If I'm not mixing up zodiac signs and putting them together in one word. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. If not, then it's talking about someone who's very emotional. So I'm seeing already opposites here. I'm seeing opposites in terms of in your current connection, you have stopped showing emotion. But there is a person who is very emotionally affectionate towards you. Oh, you did mention to me, sorry, you did mention that the other person is a Gemini. So although he's a Gemini, he could be showing up as King of Cups because he's emotional, sensitive, nurturing, something like that. And that's maybe something that you haven't been receiving in your current connection. Sorry, sometimes when I stumble over words, it's because I'm thinking of two things at the same time and they come out together. So I need to slow down, but I hear Spirit giving me messages and they just want to come out before I forget. I need to just pause, close my eyes and phrase the words properly. So, you have the Seven of Cups. I'm sorry, the dogs are going mad again, the landlord's dogs. Seven of Cups reversed with the Ten of Swords reversed. So I feel like in the near future, you will feel less like this, less defeated, because this person feels completely defeated, backstabbed, defeated, powerless, and this person feels completely overwhelmed. 7 of Cups. They feel like they have way too much on their plate. They can't prioritize, they can't narrow their focus down. But I feel like in the near future you will have some more clarity and you will know what to do. By the way, in part 3 of the reading, we're getting some more advice for you. And then we're getting a last message for you. So you have here the 8 of Cups reversed. Now, make of this card what you will. But I will tell you what it means. In the upright, it usually means walking away, leaving a situation behind you permanently. Now I'm trying to figure out if Spirit is giving this to me in reverse. Because it's telling me that you will not walk away, you will not stay. Or if it is telling me that you will indeed leave, but it's in reverse because you're not seeing it yet. You're not realizing yet that you will be walking away from the situation. Perhaps it's giving it to me in reverse because, like I said, it's ultimately your choice. But this is the walking away card, so make of it what you will. Someone has turned their back on a situation and they're leaving. And the moon is also featured on this card. The moon talks about things being revealed in time. So perhaps, as I said, in time, you will walk away from this situation. Ooh. Nearly forgot to check what's at the bottom of the deck. You have the Hanged Man. Right now, you're feeling like you're a bit in limbo. You have no particular sense of direction. You're just riding the wave. You're just waiting it out, which is fine because I feel like if you surrender to Spirit, then things will also become clear in time. It's also a message to look at things from a different perspective. However that applies to you. Look at things from a different perspective. Underneath these cards, I do see a story. I see 3 of Swords, heartbreak, love triangle, 3 people involved. Again, 3 people involved, 3 of Pentacles. And Temperance reversed, card of Sagittarius, which speaks about balance. It's an imbalance though because it's in reverse. So your current connection is unstable and imbalanced. Could be a karmic partnership with the devil there. Card of Capricorn. Codependent relationship. You're bound by chains. You're staying against your will. You're staying for the wrong reasons. That kind of energy. So let us do part 2 where we will be clarifying these cards. Please stay tuned.